I'm happy and thankful that you found the time to look at this presentation. The reason I do this presentation because I found a health protocol concept with personalized test-based nutrition or health with proof that changed my life. And that's also what I want for you. My name is Peter de Moor. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm now 48 years old. And the reason I want to take you to this story is when I was around 40, I got more and more health issues. And for me, it was not life-threatening, but I had a lot of migraine. I had eczema all my life. I had a lot of allergic reactions, high fever, and so on. And okay, I didn't know better, but I started using supplements, and all the companies in the world, they tell you they have the best supplements in the world. And I'm always very skeptical, but I liked some products and I spent 240 euros a month on products. And then a friend of mine asked me, yeah, I found a concept where you can do a simple home test. It's a little prick in the finger, 2 drops of blood on a special card of paper, send it to an independent lab. It's anonymous, and they will analyze the 2 drops of blood, and you get a result back, and it shows you if everything you eat, everything you use will benefit your health. And I was so sure it was okay. So I did a test and I got a result back, and it was not a good result. But I'm also skeptical. Okay, the company produced in Norway, the lab is in Norway. I don't know. So what I did, I found another lab in the Netherlands where I live, and I did a second test, and I got back the same result. Then I knew, okay, thus everything I'm using is not good enough. Maybe you're also at the level that you think, I'm healthy, I have no issues, I exercise enough, I eat healthy. Maybe you use also supplements, maybe you use omega-3 products, fish oil, krill oil, very good. But how do you know that what you use is good enough? Let me share my screen and bring you to a presentation where I will explain you what I found out, and it probably will also change your life, and that's what I want for you. The company that produced the health protocol concept is called Zinzino. It's a Swedish company, they produce in Norway, and it's founded in 2005. And when we look at the company, then it's a worldwide company. We are open already in 39 markets, sorry, but we deliver the products, the solution in more than 100 countries. So we are a publicly traded company. So everything is official, everything is public. You can see everything we do, all numbers, there is nothing to hide. We help people with a better health all over the world. The founders also had a goal to help a lot of children in India with schooling. At the moment, 1,000, and their goal is to help more than 1 million. So to reach that, Zinzino needs to be a bigger company because we need to help more people. And that's exactly what I want to do, help more people. When you look at, for example, the numbers from 2015, then you see it's already not a very small company with something new. No, it's already with 110 million euros of revenue last year. And if you look at those numbers, you see it's almost doubled last two years. So during the Corona problems all over the world, we had a huge growth. And that's for a reason, because we have health with proof. What we do is we show people with a test before what the status is. Then we have a solution. And afterwards, we show them that the solution works. And 80% of that revenue comes from health protocol. And the health protocol is 3 products, and those products are there for a reason. So it's measuring is knowing. Let me explain a little bit more. Everyone wants to be healthy, feel good. And what we see all over the world is that more and more people will have more problems with that. And then maybe it's good to ask why. All the doctors, they want to help people. And I'm not against doctors, please, I'm willing to work with them. And they often go study medicines, and they have the oath of Hippocrates where they say, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. and then they study medicine and they don't know that much about food. So what we're going to talk about now is food. And it's not that I tell you, you need a completely different diet, but we will give you a completely different diet with a solution that only costs you 2 minutes a day. So when we look in history, then yeah, in the past, we didn't have a refrigerator, we didn't have a supermarket, we need to have the food out of nature. And for all the people that never heard about omega-3 and omega-6, it's in this picture with a good balance. That's all essential fatty acids. I didn't know anything about it because I had an IT company for 22 years. But what I knew is that my body is made out of cells, and those cells have a cell membrane, and the cell membrane is built with the fatty acids we eat. So omega-3 and omega-6 is something we can't produce ourselves. It must come out of food, and we need both. Omega-6 will often give you inflammation, and omega-3 is then with anti-inflammation. So it's not that omega-6 is bad and 3 is good, but it's about the balance. And omega-6 is stiff, and omega-3 is liquid. And when you have too much omega-6 and too low omega-3, then your body needs to build cell membranes that are not liquid and permeable. So let's dive in that. So from history, we eat different than nowadays. So we moved, you can say, from food to filling, because we need to produce much more food for much more people. And also the animals and everything, they get different food to eat. Now, we are made to function very well with a balance of 1:1. And science says, okay, if you have 3 times more omega-6 than 3, it's still okay. There is a turning point, however, with 4:1. And you see the number 90-60 above, because that's where the Industrial Revolution started. And we started to produce different kinds of food. And when we do tests, we see an average in Europe of 15:1. And that means with all the food you eat, you get 15 times more omega-6 than 3. Let's say 15 kilograms omega-6, that will give you inflammation. Instead of 1 kilogram omega-3, it's anti-inflammation. So then you can understand it's not good. We also see 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 to 1. And we see results coming back we don't like. So it's all about the balance. It's all about the cells in your body. So sometimes people ask me, yeah, but if this is true, then everybody should know. That was also what I thought in the beginning. Why don't we know? And it's not a super product. It's only food, what we have, all natural. But it's because it will affect the cell membranes. It's for your complete body. So let's look into those cells. And if you have too much omega-6 and too low omega-3, then you have cells that don't function very well. So the nutrients can't go in very well, waste can't go out very well. And it's easy, because if you bring the balance of those fatty acids 3:1 or lower, you get normal cell function. And that's the basic for health. If your cells are not okay, if your cells not function very well, then there is no health. So without cell health, I think there is no optimal health. Then the question is, do you want to know what your balance is? And we call that, are you in the danger zone? And it's not that I want to make you afraid, but I want to help you to know a little bit more about that. Because what we developed is a test. More than 10 years of research before the test was there. We have a test that's anonymous. It's analyzed in an independent lab. So the lab has nothing to do with the production of the products, because that's what I was very skeptical about in the beginning. And every test has a unique number. So you open the box and there is a unique number on it. Write your name on it, take it off, take a picture of that, because if you lose the code, no one knows your test, because you're the one that needs to register the test at a website. Wipe your finger top with an alcohol towel. It's in the package. Everything is there. A little prick in the finger. You can do it from home. It's only 2 drops of blood on a special card of paper. You see the paper with the rounds. You don't need to fill them all, but a big drop is enough in every round. Let it dry for 10 minutes because it's dry blood spot testing. A little bit more on that later. And then it's in an aluminum bag. You can put it in an envelope. It's also in the kit. Put a post stamp on it. That's the one you need to take care of. And then ship it to the lab. And we are so sure about our concept that if you buy a test complete with the products and you ship the test to the lab, it will take 1 to 3 weeks normally before it's analyzed, depending on the place you live. And if the result says that the balance is 3-to-1 or lower, then you show the company that you don't need our solution. Then you can ship back all the products you bought and you get the money refunded, because we only want to help people that need it. At the moment, we did over 700,000 tests, people tested. So there is no company in the world with more knowledge about those fatty acids analysis, and the numbers will grow. So next month it's 720,000 and so on. So it doesn't matter how many tests we will get extra. We are now at the level where we know exactly this is the average all over the world. VITAS is the independent lab that will analyze the test, and it works with a lot of companies. So yes, we work together with VITAS, but VITAS has nothing to do with our company, only they do the analysis. And when we do a dry blood spot testing, it's not that they only measure the plasma, that what you do with a tube of blood when you go to the doctor. No, we measure the plasma and the red blood cells. So we have a measurement of, let's say, what you have been eating the last 4 months. What we test is, and I will also show you at the end how a test result will look like with more explanation, is the balance. How much omega-6 that will give you inflammation and how much omega-3 is anti-inflammation. We also test is what the protection value is. And that has a lot to do with how much omega-3 is there in your body to find the solution. Because if you have too much omega-6 and too low omega-3, then you will have the chronic inflammation. And for us, because we have a solution, is not allowed to talk about diseases. But please go on Google and search for chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases. Click on pictures and you will see from thousands of websites what solutions your body must find if there is a disbalance, if there is chronic inflammation. And when I cut myself, I need inflammation to heal that. And it's hurting and you will know it. But the chronic inflammation, you don't feel anything about it. So all the people, and I was one of them, said, it must be okay. I have no issues. Please ask your body. Then the third one is the omega-3 index. And you can compare that with a car. We all know that when you drive a car, there is a red light on the display with the oil lamp. And when the oil lamp goes on, everyone knows, okay, stop the car, refill the oil, go to the garage, what's needed. Because if you don't do that, you will ruin your car. The engine will go out of order. At a human being, there is no lamp like that. So with a test, I have it here with me. It's a sort of, let us measure the quality of your oil and the level of your oil. Because if the level is too low, then you have a much higher chance on cardiovascular disease. And it's still cause of that #1 worldwide for a lot of people. So with asking your body, you get exactly also the index. That means how much omega-3 is there in your cell membrane. Then we have the mental strength, because our brain is almost 60% fatty acids. And we measure those fatty acids. And if there is a lack of those fatty acids, then you have not the optimal circumstances for your brain. And it can have to do with anxious, with depressions, with energy level, with sleep, with learning, it's sort of, when you move to a better value, you get a better life. Then the fifth one is the cell membrane fluidity. That's very important because if your cells are not liquid and permeable, it's the basic thing for health. So I meet a lot of people, they eat very healthy, they exercise a lot, they feel good, and then they do a test and they have little issues, for example, and then they see that the test result there is not good enough. They always say you are what you eat. You are what you eat if it's in the cells. So that's also something you don't feel, but we can calculate on the measurement we do. Then the last one is how much of that omega-6 that will give you inflammation is there in the body, because that's also very important. And then we have the smileys, and we have 6 smileys, and you see now 2 colors is red and yellow. Red is not a funny smiley. Yellow is also not the funny smiley. And sometimes people say, it's yellow, it's not that bad. But there is a difference between yellow and yellow, because you can have yellow almost red, and you can have yellow almost green. I will go through a test later on. But what I want is that you have a test with the green smileys, because 6 green smileys, I promise you, will change your life. And it doesn't matter how bad your first result is, everyone can be in balance after 120 days. It takes 120 days before all your red blood cells are renewed. And that's why we do a first measurement and then start with a solution. And after 4 months, you do a second one, and then you see the results. And worldwide, in Europe, we have 95% of the people out of balance. So it's terrible already. But in the US, for example, it's 99. We now opened Asia because we delivered the solution in more than 100 countries, and more will follow. And then we see terrible results in India, terrible results. So those people, they need help. And all the people that already use omega-3, and that's at least 500 million people worldwide, they do a good job because they know they need omega-3, but they mostly use fish oil or krill oil, and that's not giving the results you need. So if you're one of them that you use omega-3 capsules or fish oil or whatever, please ask your body if what you use is good enough, because we see often 97% of those people fail the test. Now, that's not what you want, because then you spend money for not the results you need. Oh, how can we fix this problem? There are a lot of doctors that are developed a lot of products, solutions. So Dr. Paul Clayton is a person that was the brain behind some of our products. Ola Aida and Angela Rizzo were the ones that invented the oil and the test. And Dr. Abraham is also a person with a lot of knowledge about fatty acids. So we have products, patented versions, that you will not find anywhere in the shop. And that's for a reason, because we want to have health with proof. We only produce products that will give the results you need. And we show that with tests. So in 120 days, everyone in balance, that's the goal. And for most people that start using the health protocol, they will go there or are almost there in 120 days. The products that we use for that is first, it's the omega-3, because if we look at all health problems worldwide, it has, for a lot of things, 3 reasons. It's the disbalance between the omega-6 and 3 that will give you the chronic inflammation and the stress. Therefore, we have the balance concept. Then we have the dysbiosis, so that your gut is not healthy. And they always say health comes from the gut. We have a prebiotic solution for that. And then we have the type B malnutrition. That means we all eat 2,000 kilocalories a day, for example, but it's not with what we need anymore. So it's more filling than food. And that will also bring a lot of problems. So, and if you combine those 3, that's the reason why, and it's weird, because when I am now 48 years old, and when I was 40, I got more health issues. And then I thought it's normal because I'm 40 years old. And my blood pressure was a little bit higher, but it's normal. I'm 40 years old. So when a person is without those issues, we think it's a sort of superhuman, but it's not. It's normal that we are all without health problems. And if you look in the world, that's maybe you heard about it, it's called a blue zone. That's a place on earth where people live different, they eat different, and they get older with less issues. Now, by bringing those three products, the health protocol, to people, people can stay where they are, and you create a sort of man-made blue zone, and it will change your life. So the balance concept, the oil, is one. A lot of people use fish oil or krill oil, and that's often not giving you the results you need. And that's for a reason that I will explain you. I'm from the Netherlands, and we like to eat a herring. It's a wild fish. And when you eat the herring, then the omega-3 fatty acids that are in the fish, they are protected from the fish. And when we take out the fish out of the sea, it's the same as in a human being. In the brains, the eyes, the organs, there are a lot of fatty acids. So it's the fish oil is a sort of waste product of fishery. And you need to clean that. Otherwise, you can't use it. And when you clean the fish oil, you take away the protection. And what you see if you use an omega-3 product is that there is vitamin E on the product, because that's an antioxidant that will protect the fatty acids against oxidation, because it will take up to 35 hours before the fatty acids are in your cell membrane. So, and that's the reason why fish oil doesn't give you results. We have, in this version, it's omega-3 from fish, but we have also a vegan version that's not from fish. And it's combined with special olives, and not an olive you buy in a shop. We want the olives a couple of weeks before they're ready to harvest, because then the polyphenols are high. So if you use an oil, I have here a bottle, then you start eating fatty fish and special olives. So you get the Mediterranean diet in a bottle, and it's liquid, it's in 4 flavors, and it tastes delicious. So this is the main product. Then we have a special version with a special quality olive oil in it. It's the Revo oil combined with a balance oil. We have a liquid soluble version. Not everyone likes the oil taste. Shake the bottle, put it in a glass of water, and you will drink it as a lemon drink. We have also a vegan version, because I told you a human being can't produce omega-3, but a fish can't either. So the omega-3 come from algae, and krill eat algae and fish eat krill, and that's why there is omega-3 in the fish. So this one, there is no fish at all in the bottle. And also the people that are allergic for fish, for example, it's the protein mostly that they're allergic for. So I have people, they choose for this one. It's a little bit more expensive till now. And they have people, they try it, and yeah, they have no problems with it. So this one is scalable for the whole world, because it's not that we take the algae out of the sea, it's produced in a closed system. Then we have a capsuled version, because not everyone likes a liquid oil. And I'll be honest, the capsule version, the liquid one is with less better results. For this one, most people need to take 4 pills a day, sometimes 5, and when you're a little bit more on weight, maybe 6. So all our products are based on weight, but we can't afford us to make a product that doesn't give the results you need, because we do a test before and after. So also this product is a very special product. We are doping-free certified with the products. We need that for the top sport people. We are controlled fishery. We have controlled fishery. We don't produce second place products. So go on the product sheets if you want, and do research. We have the best products in the world, and all the companies, they say the same, but we will prove you with a test before and after that it's really giving you the results. I already talked about the krill oil, the fish oil. The krill oil will oxidize after 5 hours, the concentrated oil 9, the cod liver oil 15, and our product will not oxidize in 35 hours. And that's the reason why you get the results you need. 6 green smileys. That's what I want you to have, because that will change your future 100% sure. And it changed my future. I got a very, my life is changed. I had a lot of migraine. I had the eczema all my life, allergic reactions. And it's not that I want to make a health claim on that, but for me, it's gone. So I first used only an oil for 2 years, and all the problems were lower, but still there. And when I started with the health protocol, the 3 products, for me, it's completely changed. So it's from 6 months till 100 plus, and maybe even before 6 months, because we have 18 health claims and also a lot with pregnancy. So it's for your brain, it's for your eyes, it's for your heart, it's for your immune system, the bones. For example, normal blood pressure is on the sheet. So if it's too low or too high, if you use 3 grams EPA and DHA, the omega-3 fatty acids per day, that means 20 ml of this bottle, there is blood pressure normalization. So please start using enough of the product if you want that health claim. I said it for top sports people. They often think they're very healthy. If you're in sports, please do a test also, because it's maybe the difference between the 2nd place and the 1st place, because sometimes the 0.02 seconds is the difference. And when your body has more energy and works better, it's probably the change you need. So the oil is number 1. And then, what I already told, health comes from the gut. It's a prebiotic. I ate dietary fibers. So it's not a question if you need health protocol. It's maybe the question how much you need. And that depends on what you eat. For most people, they will start with half a scoop of this product and then go up 3 days later, a scoop, and find out what's best for your body. If you know you got this is with problems, start with less than half a scoop, because find out what your body needs. And for most people, 2 scoops a day is the best dosage. Then we have an immune system booster with multivitamin. Some people think it's a multivitamin. There is a multivitamin in it, but it's much more. We have 145 health claims approved on this product. And with all the people that say, but I eat very healthy, here you have a picture of what you need to eat every day with the same amount of nutrients and vitamins that we will give you in 4 of those extent. So that's what I recommend. People take 2 times 2 a day because you need it. The extent is only allowed from 12 years and older. My daughter, for example, she's 10 years old. I will give her one Protect every day. It's with the beta-glucans that are also in the extent, but without the multivitamin to boost your immune system. Then we have Viva. It's a natural antidepressant product, no side effects, no addiction. You can use it from 4 years old with all medicines, doesn't matter. We have only one contra thing, and that's when you use the oil and you also use blood thinners, then you need to ask your doctor, can I use this product combined with my blood thinners? And when they say, I don't know what the product is, so I can't advise you, then you can also ask, is it allowed for me to eat fatty fish? And when the answer is yes, you're 50%. Is it allowed for me to eat olives? And when the answer is yes, then you know, because this is fatty fish with olives. Those 3 products is what we call health protocol. It's 80% of our business. 100% will change your life, I promise you. For some people, and still more people, they don't sleep very well, they have stress, the Viva added to the concept, that's 90% of our business. Very affordable products. It will only cost you 2 minutes a day to have the complete health protocol. We have also a special olive oil. You saw it also in the other oil in the premium version. We have a meal replacement, 4 flavors, 2 with whey protein, 2 vegan ones. We have some bars, and we have a special skin serum. And we don't produce products to sell more products. We only produce products to help the people in the best way. So for example, with skin problems, 80% of that you solve from inside out, and only 20% you can do, for example, with a skin serum like this. So before we go to a test result, measuring is knowing. So the question is, do you want to know? Compared to a car, do you want to know if you're running with an oil lamp on? Because maybe you're running with a lamp on for a long time. So from the bottom of my heart, please ask your body what the status is, because a lot of things you can't feel, you can only measure. And we have a solution with proof, works always with everyone. It's like gravity. If I pick up a stone, throw it in the air 1,000 times, I can promise you it falls down. If you have a test result and it's not okay, and you start using health protocol and you do a second test in 4 months, I will promise you it will change your life. So let me go to a test result. Let me put it here on screen. This is on the website zinotest.com. This is also the website where you need to register your test. And I didn't took a test. That's very bad. It's a test. I wish it was not true, but it's a test result we see so often. And I see also test results that are much worse than this, and also with people that think they are very healthy. So let's go and dive into the test results that you know a little bit more on what it is you will get. So the smileys, the red ones, the yellow ones, you see there is no green smiling, and that's often the situation. The balance between omega-6 and 3, in this case, it's 13.6 to 1. That means this person with all the food this person needs to get 13.6 kilograms of fatty acids that will give inflammation instead of 1 that's anti-inflammation. So that's where you have the chronic inflammation. Then the second value is the protection value. Has a lot to do with how much omega-3 is there in your body to deal with the circumstances. So maybe your body can find a solution, but with a lot of people, they are on 0 because there is not enough omega-3 to do anything. And then your body needs to find other solutions. And that's what you can Google. And that's, I can promise you, not what we want. Then the third one is the index. So that's the oil level. How much omega-3 is there in your cell membrane? You don't feel anything about it. So you need between 8 and 12%. But I also have measurements that it's 0.7%. And you don't feel any difference. But when you move, for example, from 3.9 in red to 7.3 in yellow, still too low, from way too low to still too low, you have already 90% less risk of cardiovascular disease. So when I don't say that with, for example, this one, 1.8%, you will get a heart attack, but the chance on getting it, it's much higher. And when you get a heart attack, the chance on recovery is much lower and the chance on damage is much higher. And when you move to the green side of this value, the risk is much lower. And we all know, yeah, you can wait till you have a warning, and sometimes the warning is too late. So it's not that I want to make you afraid, but that's the reason why I ask you, please, please, please do a test, because then you know. And the solution is easy. The mental strength, your brain, 60% of fatty acids. If it's too low, I see a lot of people struggle through life. They try so hard to do good. They try so hard also with children on school to concentrate themselves, to learn things. And when there is a lack, you need some things extra sometimes. And then the cell membrane fluidity index, you also see it's this one in red. So even when this person eats very healthy, and I know this person personally, and I know it's not eating unhealthy, but even when it's eating very healthy, yeah, your body can't do that much with everything because it's not in your cells. And then we have the arachidonic acid. And I'm also one of the person, 2-3% of population, it's often low in arachidonic acid, no problem. The green one is, of course, the best one, but don't go in red. Then we have a report you can download, 21 pages, and only a report with the results. Let's put it on, then you can see. If you put the website in English, you get the results in English. If you put the websites in another language, you get also the report in another language. So you can choose your own language. And it's a complete report with explanation, what we measure, how we measure, the food, where do you find the fatty acids, in what kind of food. There is something for everyone in this report, so you can see it yourself. Then, this is where I always look. We measure 11 fatty acids, and that's 98% of your cell membrane. The saturated fatty acids, the omega-9, the omega-6, and omega-3 are in groups. The target value column is what you need to have. Your value is what we measured. And then in the most right column, if the value is above 0, it's a little bit too much. And if the value is under 0, the minus numbers, it's too low. And not every plus is bad and not every minus is bad. So I will explain you, but the total of the column is 100%. So if you're one of the persons that, for example, goes 3 times a week to McDonald's and eat every evening unhealthy, that I don't need to tell you that's not good to do. So I will not tell you need to go change your diet completely. But if you start using health protocol, it's all natural food. Those 3 products will change your diet already. And please, the unhealthy things, you know that you don't need to do that. So if you start using health protocol 4 months and you do a second test, then you see the results coming back. And sometimes you see with the results, I need to increase or decrease one of the products I'm using. And you can then start tweaking with food if you want. But I recommend you don't change your diet completely, because then you don't know where the results come from. So the palmitic acid, it's often related to heart strokes and so on. So with 0.5 too much, okay. The stearic acid with 20.7 too low, no problem. If it's too high, this one, it's also less a problem. If your palmitic acid is too high, it's probably a problem. Then the omega-9. Your body can't produce omega-6, your body can't produce omega-3, but your body can produce omega-9. And the omega-6 is stiff and the omega-3 is liquid. So if your body has a lot of omega-6 and less omega-3, then your body always finds the best solution. So then your body needs to make cell membranes that are not liquid and permeable. So then there is a switch going on. Can you please make me more omega-9? Because that's a little bit more liquid. And you see here the result, 33.1% too much. And it's only a solution for your body. So if you start using the oil, there is omega-9 in it. So you can say, but then I got too much omega-9. No. Your body is excellent in finding the best solution. And when you go to the omega-6, you see 4 omega-6s. It's the LA. It's only possible out of food, 31.3% too much. Then it's converted to the second one, the GLA. That's an anti-inflammatory omega-6, for example, good for the skin. And you see here it goes from the plus to the minus, and that means then there is a lack of vitamins and minerals, then the conversion is not okay. And that's the problem. And that's also where Extend comes in. And that's why those 3 products together give you the best solutions. If you need to choose about price, then the oil is number 1, Xenobiotic, the prebiotic is number 2, and Extend is number 3. But please start using all 3 because that's the best result you want. Then the GLA is converted to the DGLA on the bottom, and that's minus 1.9%. So, and that's your body needs to find solutions for that. And then we have the arachidonic acid, and this is also too low. You can eat, for example, peanuts. because they're the vegan version, vegan people, that's the only thing I found where it's in. But for example, if you eat farmed salmon, it's also with a lot of arachidonic acid. So, but the problems comes mostly from the omega-3 side. And here the same. The omega-3, 4 kinds, the ALA, it's only possible out of food. But your body can't do anything with ALA, same with LA, and that are the essential fatty acids you need. Your body needs to convert that. You see also the problem here, it's 157.7% too much ALA, and it's not converted to the EPA. The EPA has a lot to do with inflammation, and 91.3% too low. That's a huge amount too low. Then we have the DPA and the DHA, and that has more to do with your eyes and your brains and neurologic system. And it's not that black and white because it's a combination. But if you see the DPA on 57.8% too low and the DHA on 70.3% too low, with a result like this, you're running with the oil lamp on. It's not a question if you will have problems, only when and what. And some people are a little bit more lucky, they get less problems or later, and sometimes you're unlucky. So, but why don't we ask our body and start using the solution? Because I know it will change your life completely. So, this is the end of the presentation. I'm not selling you anything. Please give yourself a test, find out if you're in the danger zone, yes or no. Thank you for watching this presentation. Wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful future, and I hope the health protocol also will change your life. Thank you. Bye-bye.